Let's go. We are back, baby. Come on, come on, come on. Let's see what we got here. All right. Looking smoother than a gentleman. Hold up. One sec. I'm still here. Let me just. Make my back. Hey, what's up, DJ? How you doing, bro? We good on the live, baby? All right, here I am, baby. Let's go. All right, let's get back to the market, baby. We got Focus in store. All right, PK trading currently at around $10 here. A ticker that I followed this morning. And AUUD, I made $40 off of this morning on this account. SGD is up. Let's actually quickly update the screener here. Yeah, I believe meds. I saw meds running this morning. Can't believe ATNF is up here as well. I don't even know how tempted I am to get back into it. TCBP popping up. This is another play I was actually considering getting into. There's definitely a couple of plays. Yeah, Meds is up today. But how you doing, DJ? Hope your trading has been going good, man. Steve, what's up, man? Good morning. Yeah, I know. So I'll kind of explain why I shaved my head. So, I started a fast on Saturday. So I haven't eaten for about, a little over 40 hours or something like that. And I was thinking about shaving my head, kind of going into like monk mode, but I didn't really do it. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm doing the fast, might as well shave my head. I felt like I was getting a little too comfortable in some things, right? I see the stream was off, so I wasn't really doing that consistently, and I kind of been sleepwalking into it because I made some money on trading and I just wasn't really focusing. Hey, what's up, Lex? How you doing, bro? So yeah, that happened, and then some of you probably know I got into a car accident, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? But yeah, I don't know. It just kind of woke me up a little bit. So I did some things to put some discomfort, kind of revitalize and reawake me into what I'm doing. Barbara, good morning. I know. Yep, Steve, I feel it, man. It was weird because my sleep schedule is screwed up, as you guys know why. And how you say, I woke up at like 12:45 at night. I slept for a couple of hours, and I was like, oh well, I might as well just follow the market. But I felt like I had a lot of energy, so I made some good money this morning. I actually have a video on it. I recorded it. I was so confident in the trade, I recorded the trade. So there's going to be a video coming out later today of that trade. I started it, I think about 5 or 10 minutes after I took the position. But it's still like, you'll see the video. if you want to watch it later on. I have it scheduled for coming out later today, so yeah. By the way, Bitcoin hit 72,000. Ethereum is just above 4,000 at 4,050 or something like that. Yeah, let's let this thing charge. Yes, I do vape. Bah, bah, bah. Instead of hearing me, now you can see it. So, but yeah, I got a nice little bald head, man. Damn, I got a big widow's peak as well. Hold up, let me see. The camera feels awfully close. I haven't done cameras in a while, or a camera, face cam. Hey, there we go. By the way, I do have to wrap up the stream a little bit earlier than 8:30. I'm gonna probably do it like 8 o'clock or something, cause 2 hours. I have to take care of some things in the background. So, but right now we're focused on the market, so that'll come later. Currently I'm in positions DTCK. I think DTCK. Oh, well, Lex, I'm not answering you. What looks good? I'll get to that in a sec. Barbara, thank you. I appreciate it. But I'm just going to update you quickly on what I'm in. DTCK, 25 shares, nothing crazy. I think DTCK should pop up at some point. And I'm still in VLCN, Steve, so 150 shares strong. I made $40 today off of AUUD. So, Lex, to answer, I would say, I would have said, if you were awake at 1 o'clock in the morning, or I don't know what time zone you're in, but I would have gone in AUUD or PIC. I missed out on PIC by like 20 cents. There was this like dip. It had a dip to like 480 and I tried to get it at 460. Didn't fill. So I just basically watched it run up this morning. And then AUUD had a very similar setup with a similar float. And I was like, oh, maybe it's going to get a sympathy. Which it did. And I managed to pull some good money out of that. And I went in with I made 40%, so I went a relatively low risk on the position. I could have bought more. Yep, there it is, Steve. Oh my god. We're not even 10 minutes into the stream and already throwing out the WCS. But next time I'll get some more. Hey, Baldy, looking good. What's up, Pyro? Good morning, man. So yeah, I'm chilling. So everything's going good. We're in the 480s. We've been bouncing in between the low end of the 400s, the high end of the 400s. My account has the $500 mark is a bit of a psychological barrier for me. I've been in it for a while, or not a while. I've been in the 500s for like a week. And the last week or so, last 2 weeks, I've been kind of jumping in and out of that $500 range on the account. So I'm trying to get out of that. But sorry, I'm rambling a little bit. Lex, I don't really know what's good. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not fully locked into the market in regards to trading. I already made my money this morning. I'm gonna be watching it like RVSN's pushing up here. Which, wait, man. I say that maybe I get into RVSN. No, I say that because I got into RVSN at like I was in at like $3 as well. Look at that. RVSN, relatively low float. They have I believe they have a deal with Nvidia or something like that. So. Yeah, but I'm not really trading. I did have two day trades this morning, but I used one this morning, so probably not. I'm probably gonna save my day trades. I'm probably gonna. Webull now has a cash account. You can throw money into the cash account. I can trade that, which might be a little bit difficult to. I have to add up the accounts every morning, but that's just throwing it in a calculator. But So, and I think what that does is it gives me some room on both the day trades and the cash account, like waiting for the cash account to be settled and everything. So, we'll see. I'm gonna wait for because I used about 100 this morning, so I technically have 170 settled, 160 on the margin that I could move over to the cash, but I think I want to put 200 in the cash and then leave the rest, like the other 280 in the margin account. I mean, right now I'm still in VLCN holding the position, so we'll see how that goes. Unless there's like a really good setup, like I'm feeling the volume or something, I'm gonna do my best to avoid getting into a trade. Right, market is open in about 18, 17 minutes, so just let the market ride, do what it do. It's a Monday morning, so I mean Mondays usually do have some good opportunity. By the way, MOBX is also up here. RVSN is still pushing up. 380 right now in RVSN. RVSN can move. I was actually the setup on RVSN is actually not bad. It technically, yeah, man, this was the move I was waiting for. But how do you say? Because it just needed to do the other shoulder for the inverse head and shoulders. But hey, it is what it is. MOBX popping up here. Pretty low volume, but it does have some news. Anticipates surpassing 1 million mark in rev this quarter. Oh, this is interesting. MOBX has some interesting news. Maybe it's a low float. Maybe something to keep an eye on. Who's calling me at 6 o'clock in the morning? It's a Monday and you're calling me at 6 o'clock in the morning. Get out of here. MOBX could be interesting. Hold up. Let's take a look at MOBX's because it's still relatively early on in the news. We've got a 4-hour setup. Not bad. I mean, to be fair, the volume... Whoa, there's some big volume on Friday here. Interesting. And Thursday. Alright, we'll keep an eye on MOBX. So for PIK, by the way, I thought it was going to go back up to $14 here. Never really did. I think you'll probably see a quick spike early on in the morning, potentially. We'll see. Not financial advice, but we'll see how that goes. I'm not really looking to get into a play right now. For the most part, I'm just watching the market, you know. Trying to see if there's any opportunities. Probably wait. If I do get in, probably wait an hour after the market opens. Let's see, how do I position my head when I like... I have to like sit up straight and everything. Make me act all professional and stuff. Sit like this. Yeah, man. Look at those stocks move. Woohoo. Alright, yeah. No. Also, the other reason I don't really want to take a trade right now is because I have $43 sitting on the sideline that I don't have access to today. I kind of want to use that capital for something, so we'll see. But yeah, RVSN came right back to where I wanted it to go. That's one of the biggest issues that I've been having as a trader. Not necessarily like I've done really well at reducing the losses, like just cutting out the losses. But for me, it's just the timing of some plays and being a little bit more patient. Like RVSN, I would have gone down. I think I even sold close to the bottom as well, which isn't very good. But I even had the support line marked out. But or the support area. But how do you say, a play like this, there's always going to be other opportunities. Like, even if I'd bought in on RVSN on Friday, it still would have made less than I did on AUUD this morning. So it's all relative, right? Yeah, let's see. I don't know. RVSN still looking pretty good. If it breaks 380, it's gonna start moving. I mean, it announced the Nvidia news and it ran all the way up to like $20, and the float is pretty low on this. So, and we're now trading at around we're at 370, so we're above the 13 on the daily. I'm about the 4 hour. Yeah, okay, 4 hour running into 33. So we have resistance at 450 on RVSN potentially. So that could be 75 a share. If we get plus daily, yeah, daily resistance is in the range of around 440 to around $5. But if you do manage to swing back up and break that resistance level and you want to swing back up to that 500, which I still think you're probably going to have some levels at like the $11 range. I wouldn't be surprised if they do this in like pre-market tomorrow or something like that. But I'm not so sure. I'm not a big fan of this. Volume's good though. Just the RSI and MACD is a little worrisome. We'll see. Maybe there'll be a dip at the open. My long lost love, my Amy, so to speak, ATNF, is up 12% today, but I think they did a reverse split like a week ago. So, yeah, they did a 1 for 19. SGD coming down. See, wasn't the market selling off this morning, or is it coming back up? Yeah, SPY is down this morning. Nvidia was down this morning as well. Yeah, Nvidia. Remember, guys, Nvidia had like a 6% drop on Thursday, or sorry, on Friday. So if the market gets pulled down today, don't be surprised. Nvidia is. It flashed what many would consider a topping pattern, so we might get. I think the beginning of this week could be negative. There we go. RVSN breaking 380, hitting 394. We do have big resistance here at around 450, so keep an eye out on that. PIK, wouldn't be surprised if we do try to manage to pop up to this 1440. SGD, we do see some buying pressure. I think SGD will also have a nice little pop up here. What was the news on it? Safe and Green Development Corp launches Zine AI exclusive waiting list for home buyers and sellers. Zine promises a new era of cost efficiency with transaction fees dramatically reduced to a range of around 2 to 4%. Interesting. And they got a financing real estate project. Not a big fan of the real estate tickers right now. I'm still waiting for some things to play out here. Most of the big boys are in cash or defensive positions, and I am for the most part kind of just sticking to that. UMAC pop back up here to $5. AULT has also been a very interesting play here. Yeah. I think RVSN is going to turn into my next fun. What I mean by that is on fun, I was right about the run, but I couldn't actually trade it properly. And RVSN kind of has that juju for me. What's the volume here? 2 million this morning. We have a turnover rate of 30% already. Nah, it's too close to the open. Too close to the open for me. It's probably gonna spike up though. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. I can take comfort in that I've made money this morning already, so I don't need to be too bold with my. I feel more comfortable letting plays run in front of me. Though I do have a lot. And it's a Monday, guys. It's a Monday. It's fresh. The opportunities are there. The volume's there. The addicts are back at it. They're trying to hit them in the veins, if you know what I mean. Traders need their hit. I just got my hit before everyone else did, so. Sorry, wait, can you see that? Slap the veins. Gotta prep him. SGD still doesn't look bad. SGD still doesn't look bad. Again, it's just before open. We got 8 minutes. All right, 1 sec, guys. I'm going to go grab some more coffee. All right. We're back. Now, also keep in mind, guys. Now, this is not the biggest of deals, but make the camera. It's not the biggest of deals right now, but we did have time change over the weekend, so we moved an hour forward. So technically, it's still 5:30 for most people's rhythms, right? I mean, most people trading this early in the market probably are used to waking up that early, but there's probably some laggers coming in, so there's going to be some loose liquidity in the market today. That's probably also why you're going to see some selling coming in, people grabbing that liquidity. So I think there's definitely going to be some mistakes made from a decent portion of the market of the liquidity within the market. So, you know, don't be hesitant to take advantage of that. Hit that like button. Yes, sir. If you guys hit that like button, be very much appreciated. All right. In the 5 minutes. 5 minutes. We're 5 minutes away from the open. By the way, if you see me turning my head to my left, I actually, you know what? Wait, I don't want to show my messy ass room right now. But okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to show you guys, but basically I have to the left of me, like how I look at you guys chatting is to my left. Like I put the YouTube stream studio up to my left here, to my left. So if you see me turn my head and you're like, what's he looking at? I'm looking at you guys, so. Because I don't like flipping back between the things, and I have the chat, like, I don't have to turn my head as much. All right. Come on, baby. Let's see what we got. We got 4 minutes left. Another 15 to let the market kind of decide what it wants to do. We're probably going to see some spike ups here. I'd be careful of PIK. This one kind of has the classic. It's gonna pop up and they get knifed, or get knifed and then pop up. So there's definitely going to be some turbulence in PIK because there's already been a lot of trading and a lot of resistance and supports established. So there's going to be some tightness on PIK. TCBP, yeah, same thing probably. SGD probably has a little bit more freedom alongside RVSN. But how you say, that doesn't mean that PIK, TCBP, they won't have some room to run. If AUUD, for example, I mean, it's come back down pretty far already. I mean, we're kind of bouncing off support here, but the only reason I played AUUD this morning was because of the setup and because PIK was running. So I was like, there's probably going to be some liquidity thrown in there. Because there's only like 4 tickers that had this, like, a decent setup to run, and AUUD and PIK were very similar, and AUD had less volume, so people who missed out on PIK were probably going to swing into AUUD, which they did. And that's probably why you saw a massive sell-off, because there wasn't really anything behind the move. So all right, 2 minutes left to go here. IVP is also moving. Yep, IVP with a spike up. I know some people were talking about that last week. APRE. Oh, wow. APRE had $13 about an hour ago. GXAI was also kind of interesting. All right, we already had that one. MRAI. MRAI has had also a bit of a weird morning this morning. We've had some spikes in volume and then, like, relatively calm, I would say. All right, VLCN, where do you want to go here? You probably have supported 88, so you're going to see some buying pressure kick off from there. And we'll see. We need some, like, decent news on VLCN. I already have SGD up. Meds is still moving. Actually, let's take a look at SWIN. Solo Win Holdings. This one I was looking at around the like $3 mark. This not the last dip, but the dip before that. This was like late January when it hit $5 or $6, came all the way back down to this $3 area, and I was considering getting in. And then I don't know what happened. It just squeezed. It just squeezed all the way up to, what was it, $66. So, I mean, we're probably kind of done here on SWIN, but I don't know. There could always be some large moves, so something to keep an eye on. All right, we are, boom, market's open. I was about to say, I was like, we are very close to the market open. Here we go. RVSN, not really doing much. SGD with a slight drop. TCBP coming down. We got some buying pressure kicking in on PIK. RVSN already rallying up to the 370, looking for 380. Bullish setup. Keep an eye on IVP. All right. Yeah, it's moving. It's moving. SGD coming back up. RVSN. I mean, the setup looks bullish, but again, I'm not. Let's wait to see if it breaks 380 here. PIK, looking for that spike up. We already see that selling pressure kicking in. Yeah, RVSN is looking good here. I mean, the volume on this thing is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, we see some selling pressure. Boom, there we go. RVSN breaking into the fours. We're looking for 450 here. 416. RVSN looks to be the winner chicken dinner from the open so far. 423. Hey, what's up, Bart? How you doing? All right, so we got one runner going. SGD not looking terrible. RVSN looks like it still wants to go up here. PIK with that pop up and drop, kind of what I said this just before the open. Seemed pretty logical. MOBX came down and then popped up here. RVSN with that selling pressure was saying, be careful with that opening price action. VLCN opening up at 90. Interesting. DTCK still there. There we go. SGD also with a spike. Looking good. Looking to retest that 163 area. Not terrible. Not terrible whatsoever. RVSN with a big drop. Selling pressure definitely kicking in. Wouldn't be... I'm not surprised if it would continue to go up here. The setup is still not bad on it. Volume is extremely high. Like, this has to be moving. 1 minute, I mean, 1 minute is thick. Yeah, sometimes it's a bit tricky, especially because we stream the market, and sometimes the things we talk about my stream definitely is probably it's been shadow realm to a degree. Don't necessarily blame YouTube for that either. SGD. Yep, selling pressure, RVSN. That's why I didn't want to get into it, because it just seemed a little too obvious. It's still early on. I got the 1 minute up, so there we go. Yep, okay, so we're already gonna find support here at around 350. See if it goes down a little bit lower. Probably wants to retest this 325 level. Not the greatest of opening candles, but looks like we're already gonna come back up here. Pick, yep, very bipolar. SGD, what's the float on this? SGD's turnover is already at 50%, so we also have a lot of volume there. Picks turnover is around 600%, so we also have a lot of volume. Coming up, yep, looking to think we're going to see a quick spike. We got 1180, 1317, and like 1432 on PIK, RVSN. Yep, so far so good. Opening volume is interesting. We have not seen this volume on DTCK in a while. I mean, we had that one spike up with 3 million shares, but I think it was some selling pressure. All right, Apple's doing good. Okay, so we got... Market is definitely... Whoa, Meta is down 5%. Okay, we're starting to see some real big boys come down. Meta basically knifing down on the opening 5-minute candle here. Down 2.5% already. Extreme sell-offs. Nvidia dropped as well, but we did see buying pressure kick in. Amazon also with a decent drop. 1.5% down so far. So we do see some of the big boys down today. SPY, I actually don't think has caught up yet to that price action. Could also just be liquidity moving about. VIX is up 6% this morning. All right, let's see. RVSN, that 325, 320 level looks to be good so far. IVP, let's throw up IVP here. A little sideways for now. UMAC is halted on the way up. There we go. RVSN dip. Volume is dying down a little bit. See if the market catches it. Pick not really moving anywhere, but TCBP pushing back up here. 180. This has been a pretty good swinger if you could play that with multiple day trades. So RVSN is at a support level right now. I probably will hold, right? Let's see. Let's look at the 5-minute actually. Oh, this is one of those weird VWAP setups. All right, well, since UMAC is halted, we're going to throw a pick because pick is still moving. It still has the volume. 325, that's the level we were looking for. Hit 322. A lot of selling coming in. Any news on RVSN? Not really. So someone is moving. All right. So we got some pick coming up. TCBP. I mean, it's Monday, guys. There's going to be plenty of opportunities here. Most of the ones popping up already are doing pretty good. AUUD did fall further, but I'm probably going to ignore that. MRAI popping up. Swin is up in the greens. Oh, because, yeah, it closed pretty low. Pick pushing up to looking for $10 again. We do see selling pressure in this range. TCBP running into that supply area as well. Wimmy. All right, let's look at Wimmy. Whoa. Wimmy with a nice spike. Wimmy's volume is not bad either. It's not terrible. We are once again retesting this breakout trend. Potential pop up to 155. DTCK also moving up. What's the volume at? Volume is pretty high right now. We definitely have interest in DTCK. Question is, do we have the consistency in that volume? Still relatively low. DTCK will probably move on lower volume as well because it did that last time on the run up. All right. We are in full throttle mode, ladies and gentlemen. Full throttle mode. We are doing good here. All right, RVSN coming down to the support level. We see that buying pressure kicking in. Potential swing setup here on RVSN. We already see some big purchasing coming in. Some good buying pressure. Yep. There we go. 345 probably looking inbound. Silver and gold climbing. Music to my ears, Pyro. Music to my ears. Come on. Slow and steady wins the race. Oh, Bitcoin is also up. So if you're in crypto, congratulations. You're probably making some decent money right now. There we go. Yep, RVSN. All right, so we're probably going to see a rejection from this level. Volume is low, though. So we didn't see enough buying pressure to kick it up fully. But we are on the 1 minute. Oh. It's so tempting, man. Sexy red. Matrix vibes. Come on, VLCN. What you got? What you got for us? We do see selling pressure. There we go. TCB popping up. 191, 192, 194, 195. Boom. We're already way past that supply area. We're running into the second one. Pike looks like it wants to come down. ENCP is up. That was another one. Sold out too early. Next time. How is NKGN holding up? Somebody came. I streamed a little bit yesterday. Someone wanted to get in there. Technically up 7%, which is not terrible. Boom, there we go. TCBP breaking new highs, 220. The ticker you were looking for. I did sell my Bitcoin and ETH this morning. Oh boy. Pyro earned his name this weekend. I don't like this volume on RVSN. Don't like it. 230 TCBP. 226. This one's really moving here. We're still in the opening 15 minutes of the market. By the way, SVMH, I'm not sure if anyone has mentioned that here, but I did look at it this morning. There were a lot of, apparently a lot of new followers on StockTwits with it, so definitely piquing some people's interest, piquing the portions of liquidity. UMAC unhalted, still trading at around the same area. Relatively low floater. Turnover is not particularly high, but that could change. Yep, RVSN didn't like that move whatsoever. 243 TCBP, and it's halted. All right, we got another halter here. TCBP halted on the way up. Way too green. I'll buy on the next drop. Fair enough. I wouldn't particularly surprise me if we did see Pike is now dropping. Yeah, it wouldn't particularly surprise me if we see a pullback on Bitcoin. It's definitely heating up. My only thing, like, and I kind of mentioned this, is like most of the liquidity in Bitcoin is just big players, which is great, but how you see it, that also means that they have a complete toggle on the market. They just got that thing set to their settings. Silver is moving up. Same with gold. Gold hit 21.95. Wow. So we are moving up pretty decently on that. All right, VLCN 92. VLCN looking to come up here. DTCK still rising and grinding, baby. Not a bad trade so far. We have good volume. TCBP still halted. Wait, we got RVSN up 2 times. Meso trading back and forth. STI kind of popping up out of nowhere. NYC, American Strategic Investment. I don't know why this is on my watch list, but IVP not looking terrible. Okay, DTCK, I like it. Hey, Zenholder, good morning, man. How you doing? All right. Here we go. Oh, baby. That's what I like to see. Come on. Wow. It's one of those plays, man, that this one rips without anybody knowing, and then people catch it. All right, Meds is also halted, by the way. Talking about it this morning. Meds is up from the close of around $24. We're up $10 a share from the close. DTCK is working its way to the top of the list here. A play that I got in on Friday, so. All right, RVSN bottom potentially looks in here. We're going to be looking to come back up. Probably going to break this 380 level here. I got a couple of meds. What type of meds? No, I'm kidding. No, that. Hey, congrats to you, Bart. You're making some good money. I mean, $10 a share. So Grom is also up here. Another play that I've followed for a decent amount of time. The volume just died off on RVSN. Very, very. I mean, we're at 14 million already. Turnover is 200%. Indecisive candle. We have a gap at 312, 315 still. I mean, we kind of tried to fill that this morning. So we already bounced off of that gap. That's interesting. Wow, Goro, a gold miner that I follow, is up 8% today. So miners could potentially be rebalancing in the market here, which I'm not against. Bought at 11. Oh, okay. So you're still riding it. You're still okay. There we go. TCBP unhalted, hitting 269. Gap at 243, 248, and we're already well knifed down to the 220s. All right. We've mainly had selling on RVSN. Meds is still halted. Duo's coming back up. This one hit 174. I've also been following Duo for a little bit. This one also pretty decent mover. 270 on TCBP. Duo definitely, I mean, it has the volume. Turnover rate on Duo is insane as well. Free flow is only 4 mil. This might not be a bad one to get into. Probably retest at 155, at 125. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. DTCK 148. Nice little trade right there. Volume is looking good here. Got to keep my wits about me. Whew. VLCN's also popping up. Come on, baby. Come on. I'm telling you. Rubbing the hands. Yeah, Duo is not looking terrible. TCBP indecisive. After a halt, volume is still consistent, so that's good to see. But RVSN, so we have a couple good. I'm actually gonna take DTCK off. We can just watch it from the sideline. This is gonna go much higher than 145. Probably see a bit of a pullback, which we just did, but yeah, we got a lot of potential runners here. Yep, there we go. RVSN, good bounce. 1 minute looks good. 5 minute looks good. Potential reversal here. 132 on Duo. Duo now lifting off. SGD trading sideways. LMFA. I don't know if anyone knows anything about this. My DTCK bit me, sold it for a loss. Yeah, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one, Bart. But if you can hit it, you can hit it. There we go. RVSN looking to break that 5, or not the 5. The VWAP. Bit of a rejection. We do have a good 13 EMA setup. Just flattened out a little bit. We've already retested the support, so we're kind of just bouncing in between ranges. Duo with a drop here. I mean, it's already been traded a lot of swings, a lot of liquidity that doesn't want to potentially hop back in. UMAC. We already have RVSN, Meso. TCBP, where are we at? TCBP 280, coming back down now. Meds is still halted. RVSN rejection of the VWAP. Not doing terrible. We're not doing terrible whatsoever. We're holding it nicely. We're holding it nicely. All right. There we go. Duo with a big spike back up here. I see you. I see you. You see me. Popping up to 88.73. No, RVSN's not gonna do it. Whatever happened to picks? Pick did just spike up to 1060, came back down. I think they got pick on a lock here. TCBP still coming down. Wait, Meds is unhalted? No, Meds is still halted. All right. So we're now 22 minutes into the market. Just letting the market settle here. Shuffle out. Let's actually take a look at the background here. Gold's still doing good. A bit of a sell-off from both gold and silver. Bitcoin following suit. Meds is still halted. Come on, man. RVSN 355. It's had a bit of a wild ride in the last 4 minutes. Up and down. Yep, 1 minute still looking good here. We do need to break that VWAP though. If not, we're going to definitely get dropped here further. But the setup is looking good. Again, as I said, there's going to be some loose liquidity here this morning. So try to take advantage of it as much as you can with proper setups and everything. By the way, Fun is spiking up here. Currently up 4%. Hit 1108. VLCN, what are you doing, man? The volume is not... The volume kind of disappeared this week. I mean, last week we ran into some decent volume, and then this week, Friday's volume was low. It was a selling day, so we had low selling pressure. Cost to borrow has gone up on VLCN, so, and the float is relatively small. Like, it probably needs, if I just had to analyze it, you're probably going to need like another month for this ticker. There we go. RVSN breaking the VWAP here, 365. So we need to do on RVSN to continue further. Looks good. Volume kicking back up here a little bit. That's what we wanted to see. TCBP still resting on top of that VWAP. Meds is... Come on, Meds. Pick is now moving down, 780. Said be careful of it. That's why. $368. We're looking for $369, $370 on our RVSN. $369, $370, $373. $374 was that high there. TCBP coming down further. RVSN still looking good here. MRAI also still looking good. Volume's not particularly insane, but it is still looking good here. 212, it is starting to move up. What's the float on this? 2.64. Outstanding 7.8. Market cap 16 mil. That's not terrible. Not a terrible. I don't know about those financials though, but 378 on RVSM. We're looking to come back up. That 380 level, kind of what I was talking about earlier. Could have definitely bought that dip, made some good money. Probably going to be running into that selling pressure, retesting that level. We do have a setup to break it. Volume is looking good, but some of that is selling pressure, so ebb and flow. Most of these large tickers. Didn't someone mention Pause. EH is moving up 19%. I think someone mentioned it last week as well. There we go. MRAI 217 new highs. Sign a bill. Meso trading sideways. Inno popped up. GMPX. Steve, GMPX, Steve, wasn't this your play, GMPX? It's popped up today, up 10%. Low volume, but it has popped up nonetheless. Did see a big spike in volume a couple of days last week. There we go. RVSN looking to break 380. We're still running into that wall. Someone's definitely offloading shares, or at least trying to offload shares to keep it down. Might be too much volume there. Meds halted at 44.56. It's moved up massively. Bart coming in hot. Opening Monday. SWBI, all right, $17. Smith & Wesson brand. RVSN rejection of the VWAP. What? Wow, they left that until the very late. That's insane. I think that's at first. I've never seen them leave it that late on a candle. Yeah, because now they're going to try to get that selling pressure back in. Which it's kind of working. Wow, that's dirty. That's so dirty on RVSN. Holy crap. They just pump faked like... How many shares? They probably pump faked about 1 million shares. Sold out 1 million. People bought in. That was dirty. That was just rude. No for GMPX. Okay. Well, GMPX is moving up here. Are starting to see some... What a knife. What a knife. And GMPX moving up. Now $5. Incredible price action here in the opening of the market. TCBP still holding the VWAP. Interesting. Yep. I'm I'm happy I didn't get to RVSN. And I mean this with no disrespect if anyone got into RVSN, but that's a sucker's play. And not because you got into it, but by the way the market makers are handling this play. I mean they've played this like, I mean they spiked it up in the morning, let it drop a little bit, let people buy in, popped it up immediately, dropped it immediately. Accumulation, I mean, let it break the VWAP, let it hold the VWAP, and then just spiked it in with a bunch of shares. I mean, there's like that's completely out of your hands. Like there's no setup, um no chart indicators can really help you with that. That's just market makers being really patient with their shares. I'm not even sure if it'll work, but because they really tried at that 380 level and that 365 level, but we'll see. It's working right now, so. All right, DTCK they dropped it, but it's still low volume, so. And I'm confident enough I'll buy back, and I can always buy an extra 25 shares. ENCP, man, dude, they're really trying to get me to FOMO with some of my earlier plays here. PIK is down to $7. Oh wow, look at that. KC is moving. Let's go. Meds is up 50% right now, so. And it's halted on the way down, $40. Take a quick peek at some of these big boys. Meta is still going down. Nvidia bounced back up immediately. The volatility on these plays right now is a bit concerning. It's probably why the VIX is up. Just the volatility alone, not even the price action. Also, probably indicates wider spreads on some of these larger plays. Probably indicating a repricing is necessary. Whether that's down or up, that's yet to be seen. TCBP is still climbing, hit 297 here. WIMI hit 118. Is KC about to explode? Is that what you're telling me right now? What's the float on this? 200 million shares? What was the... I mean, I picked up on it because of a screener, and then I looked at its fundamentals, which weren't terrible. It's a Chinese play, bro. Get out of here. What is that liquidity grab? Well, no, to be fair, it's not really. I mean, they have gap at $5. I'm not sure. Is this a play that can move that much in a day? Most of the time, it's slow climbing. So you're probably going to see some selling pressure kick in here. You do have a gap below it, which probably for later on. Am I seeing that right? STI is now at $1. Yes, I am. At IVP popping back up. All right, so we're getting some back and forth here. Yep, seems like it's time to buy. So we're probably gonna see if we do get some new movers. We're probably gonna see them come in with the next 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah. Oh, how's LAES doing? Completely forgot about LAES. It's not looking too shabby. Meso popping back up. What was the news on this? Oh wow. Okay, they just got pretty bullish news. Reported Sunday, March 10th. U.S. Oh wait, this is old news. They just reiterated the 10th. No, this was yesterday. FDA supports accelerated approval pathway for rexlemetrocel L in end-stage heart failure patients with a left ventricle assist device. This is Meso. What's the float on this? 100 million. Okay, so and the volume is still really low. There must have been large volume days before, right? No, this is the largest it's had, and it did a 1-for-2 reverse split as well. Does have a gap all the way up to $8. They'd be cocky enough to fill some of that. ENCP still climbing up, unhalted. RV Ascend coming back down now. Wave D. Even Wave D is moving up? No way. Yep. Okay. Well, I'm learning a lot about my screener. JL ripping. All right, let's throw up JL as well. Oh, whoa. Duo's down. MRAI is also popping up here. All right. Yeah, okay. Man, there's a lot of movers right now. Which is not necessarily a good thing because that means that liquidity is separated. So you're probably looking for slightly smaller gains here. Not that there won't be large moves later on in the day, but you're definitely looking at a bit of split liquidity. As I said, it's a bit loose as well. Dividends tomorrow, 19 for each share. This is the biggest dividend they gave so far. For JL? Or for which one? What is JL? I actually don't know what JL is. Because Bart, you're not the only one who's mentioned it, or person I've seen mention it. J. Not that the fundamentals on this company matter, but To be fair though, this I was gonna say it 10 minutes ago, but this is really reminding me of DTCK. Bart, do you know who the underwriter is by chance? Sue, how are you? Good morning, good afternoon. Wimmy is up. Yes, ma'am. We saw that this morning. 118. It's still looking pretty good. JL, I mentioned it last week. Been holding. Okay, so Steve, you also mentioned it. Got it from Steve. Okay, okay. Yeah, Steve, I'm looking at its fundamentals. It's actually pretty decent. So it's actually not bad. The only thing that I'm their share structure is a little weird, which concerns me. It seems like insiders want to sell out. That's one thing. Okay, yeah, okay. I see the dividend you're talking about. Seems like a long-term hold. I mean, their cash flow, they have positive earnings. Their equity is going up. Their cash on hand is going down though. Who actually owns the company? It is Chinese owners. Yeah, one guy owns like 58% of the float. Insiders own 21 million shares. I can see why JL is very enticing. And you have volume going up as well. Interesting. Alright, so I'm already trying to sell, but managed to pop it back up. Sold JL for a profit. Well, okay. By the way, Wimmy is coming up 118 again. See, if you apply the DTCK and top, um, excuse me, if you got apologize for the dogs, they're just excited. If you apply that same standard to JL, man, maybe. Futures and securities. Can you find tickers that they have done? They have also done because generally they use similar strategies. So could be the case if you find a ticker with a similar like a spike up setup or something like that, then you can get a little bit more confirmation and movement. I'm very cautious. Everything has been rallying. I've been here before, going liquidity for a while. I, I mean, majority of my account. Whoa, sorry. Majority of my account is in liquidity, Pyro. I'm in the same position as you, man. I don't. It's actually why I had a couple positions on Friday morning, and I sold out of a lot of them. And I'm considering selling out of VLCN as well, even though I think that there's enough interest in it to see a spike, so I'm not too worried about it. But Yeah, there's something is brewing in the market, especially with Bitcoin, gold, and silver rallying. Because it used to be that they didn't really rally together, but the fact that you have all three of them rallying and Nvidia selling off, Meta took a big drop this morning. Something is definitely up. So LAES, spike in volume. Is today the day, Sue? It's doing it again. It's doing it again. Hmm. I'm not even surprised. I'm a little nervous on the LAES. Just because the volume's kind of gone on it. But I'm still. Because I took profit on it on Friday. And I never bought back in, so. Yeah, you know what? Just do what I did with DTCK, hold 25 shares on it. Just build my position back up. My head is screwed on again, so. Meso is just holding at this 270. Wimmy hit 119, a new high. Have your clocks changed, Sue? Yes, they have. Pyro, exactly. Yeah, man. I've been saying this, and we've discussed this as well. Like something is definitely wrong behind the scenes. So, especially like, I mean, silver is very interesting right now because it's outside of the daily boils, and it has a topping pattern, but it's going green, which doesn't happen very often. Usually, silver follows its setup. Right now, silver is not following its perceived setup. Gold is, I mean, you're going to see a pullback in gold and silver probably into um, the beginning of April coming up here. We're definitely reaching the end of this gold and silver rally. So, 298 Meso spiking up here. Good volume. Oh, Meso could go higher here. What's the float again on this? Yeah, it's 100 million shares. Oh, send it my way, Pyro. Send it my way. I'm late even though I'm early. No worries. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. There's and is it, no, you have OPEX next Friday or next Thursday or whatever the day is. So you're definitely like I would say you have to be careful in March. March, I mean, there are so many things going on the front end and on the back end that has a setup for big selling to come into the market. So that's why I'm a little hesitant on like I mean I'm holding positions and I'm okay like one of them I'm okay with taking a loss on. LAES I'm pretty comfortable in just because of what they're doing. DTCK I have a small position like $30 in it. So for the most part my liquidity is what's my total liquidity? One sec, let me check within the system. Yeah, so my total liquidity is like $222 within positions, and I think I have about 200 and what 70, 260 in outside of the market on this account, which is plenty for me. Not that I mean this is mainly a trading account, so I'm not particularly worried about cash positions on it, but it would be nice. There's definitely gonna be some selling. Yep, green is green. Yeah, I don't have to really worry about my account today. Actually, I'm just gonna lock it up. IVP, there you go, Steve. 7.99, 8 cents. There you go. IVP on the runner. Call out by your boy Raven with the silver spoon. 840. It's really starting to move now. Market cap is only at 2.3 million. Free float is pretty decent as well. Pretty cheap as well, so you can pick up shares on it. Meds is back down to $30 here. I mean that was a big move this morning. 850. IVP is the candidate as of right now. Got in at 6. Ooh, your boy's up. Your boy's up. 850. Bit of a hard line here, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, ENCP, you gun of a gun. Dude, I took such a big loss on ENCP as well. And I wasted a day trade on it. That hurts. It's one of those tickers that once it done stops running and sells off, no one will care about it for the next 6 months. So I can take solace in that. Wow. How's silver doing? I actually don't expect silver and gold to do too much today. Silver's still holding that 24. Oh, I'm just realized I'm on camera. You didn't see anything. I don't even know what you're doing. Oh, this is why I don't turn on the camera, guys. Hey, Joel, what's up, bro? Good morning, man. You came in at the right time. Oh boy, that's not embarrassing whatsoever. That's gonna be on YouTube. It is on YouTube already, so. Okay. All right. What are we doing? All right. IVP, big pop, big drop. NKGN moved up to 282. I think it was Mark yesterday. Did time change? Zim, yes sir. Were you guys not aware of that? So, yeah. Hey, what's up, Zim? How you doing, man? Sorry, I'm still distracted by my tomfoolery on camera. Zim, how you doing, bro? I haven't really talked in a while. I hope you're doing good. You know, you've been making money. JL still not looking bad. Wave D has been moving up very slowly. News. Okay, they have a proposed merger. IVP with a, yeah, looking interesting. Meso still looking to move up here. For those of you who don't know, I'm thinking about Minecraft the entire time when I look at that. So doing good, swinging these trades when I run out of day trades. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Making that money on the side. Meso still pushing up 316 now. Big break. Bart, thank you. Hope you do well. Oh, okay. You're talking to. No, there's some good plays out there right now. Man. And Nvidia has basically come back to the. But look at the SPY 508. I did say we were going to come back down to the 510s. I didn't expect it to be pretty much at the open. STI has still continued to climb up here. We did watch it break over $1. It's now hit 110 highs. IVP with a big drop. A lot of volume dropping out here. That's why stops don't necessarily hurt. LAES moving up 219. Let's go, Sue. Come on, Sue. You watching this? I'm watching this. Grab the cash and make a stash. Well, I mean, we got a lot of market dynamics right now that we have to be wary of. So, do want to be, I mean, Warren Buffett's on money, and pretty much every big player is taking cash out of the market. So, they definitely know something. Something's definitely about to happen. What about DTCK? Volume's still pretty low, right? Yeah. VLCN, I'm okay with VLCN sitting here. I hit 89 this morning. What did I say, 88? Yeah. Wave D dropped down from the $3 area. Meso with a big drop. Yeah, there's just too many shares in the float here for me to agree with that move. I mean, there is no real safe havens in the market, is there? RVSN coming back up. Wow, they really dragged us out, haven't they? The volume still is kind of there. Don't worry. We've only traded the float 300% for a 20% move. All right. Well, we definitely see some excitement and liquidity out of the market as I see. With kind of as I said, with the time change and with sort of the conditions of the market, excuse me, that it's a Monday morning, there's going to be some loose liquidity within the market. I think we've seen some good spike ups here and there. So, yeah, for the most part, pretty good here. Just watching it. Okay, yeah, Sty breaking it. 113. There we go. Meso coming back up. The only thing I'm not a big fan of on this ticker is that the float is so large, and I don't know the fundamentals of the company. I don't know if it's like a reevaluation squeeze or if it's genuinely just. Actually, no. Okay. Long-term assets, 500. They have cash on hand. Okay, well, they're not cash flow positive, and they burn money pretty quickly as well. So, they do have revenue. They've had larger amounts of revenue in the past. This is not a terrible play. 116 on Sty. VLD. All right, let's take a look. VLD. Velio for another swing. Volume's pretty good, pretty consistent. They have an interesting daily setup. Yeah, Meso's an interesting play. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have any internalized playbooks for Meso. 123 on Sty. We've watched it climb up significantly. It's already up 55-60% now. 125. Really starting to move. Outstanding is pretty high, but free float is pretty low. LES is really moving here as well. Let's go, LES. Let's go. Whale must have sold meds. Yeah, Bart. I mean, it spiked up to 44, right? So when you see that large of a spike, I don't really know the play, but just in general, when you see large spikes, people, especially in this market, they're gonna take their profit, right? I mean, we've been talking about that for months now, where it's just time to take your profit. Try not to be. Don't necessarily need to swing for the fences. Your thoughts on SELX low volume right now, though? I mean, it's not bad. It could be. Okay, so we had some decent volume Friday. A bit of an accumulation day today, it seems like. 13 bounce. We have a gap at $4 range. 133 on Sty. Sty is, I like that move. I'm gonna take a quick look at the fundamentals just to see if there's something there. Optics and fluorescent modules for the needs of clients. NT currency. I've never heard of NT currency. A Taiwanese company. $236. Whoops. All right, so they got about 7.5 cash on hand. Okay, interesting. Are they profitable? They are not. They do have some decent time. Do they have like some form of news or something? I'm assuming that's why it's spiking up. I don't know. These are like, when you see a play like this, I always get a little nervous because, I mean, yeah, it can move up in the market and stuff like that, but it's most of the time they're doing it for some form of liquidity. What's the float on it? That's what I was going to look at. Yeah, 52. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, it's a sort of an IPO recovery pop-up play, if you want to define it. VLD. You guys making money on VLD? Yeah, not a bad play. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, Zim. I don't really know. What was the news? I mean, like if I just go based off a chart setup, you're at resistance right now. You have low volume, so low interest. You had a lot of selling pressure. No. Well, okay, beginning. Okay, hold up. It's Monday. It's a time when these play, so China's definitely involved with it. So they want to control the. Let me take a look here. Okay, yeah, so they're filling the gap up above at 160. That's what they're doing. It does have a pretty decent 5 minute setup. What about 15? Not bad either. Any gaps back here? Yeah, I'd keep a close eye at around 225 on SCLX. Because that's when you kind of run into this last resistance point, which is where market makers would probably try to keep it for the most part. It looks pretty decent though, especially the fact that you had the volume at the end of Friday. That's generally a good sign. If you have volume in the second half, the second 4 hour candle, that's pretty good signal. Good buying pressure. It's not terrible. It's not a terrible play. 135 on STI with a big drop here. How's LQDT doing? 1780. It's not my type of play. That's what I would say to it. You're gonna struggle with this 160 because there's a gap there. This is a play like I would have to look through the filings and stuff, which I'm not gonna be doing right now. Especially, I mean, considering they only have 3 million insider ownership. Hold up, what am I up on that? $2.60. VLCN holding pretty nicely. Amy and Jimmy are following each other. Yeah, Sue. Yeah. Long term hold, right? Actually, speaking of, I actually haven't looked at GME's earnings recently. When was their last earnings report? Does anybody know? They haven't filed for. When's their next earnings? 12/06, so that means their next earnings would be February. No, January, February. It'd be March. So GME's earnings should be out any day now. Oh no, it's yeah. Earnings end of month. All right. All right. Yeah, I mean, there's probably a play inside there on GME. I would say more so than AMC probably, because you could probably play the pre volatility for the earnings. Grom ICU. Silver, gold, Bitcoin rallying once again. We're kind of stuck in between the selling pressure. We're stuck in between resistance and stuck in between buying pressure. I did see some interesting thesis on Bitcoin this morning, but I don't really want to share them because I can't confirm, like I haven't followed it close enough. I don't know the ins and outs of Bitcoin and its moves of liquidity. Bitcoin has definitely changed in the last couple of weeks in regards to not only the price, obviously, but I would say the perceived notion. It's turned very quickly from meme into safety. So, and I would say for the most part, safety plays are. I don't know how institutions feel about Bitcoin in regards to a situation like this, and no one really does. So, if I had to purely speculate on it based off of gold and silver price action, Bitcoin's going to continue going higher. It wouldn't surprise me if we easily break 100, go to like 150, 200 or something like that. Bitcoin new all-time high. Yeah, crypto is going to get a good run here. So, but again, I think crypto is more long-term. You're not really if you're trading your crypto, I mean, there's probably you can trade some of your crypto, but I would say stack your crypto rather than trade it because, how you say, if I had 400,000 Dogecoin still right now, I would be chillaxing. Um, there was a play I was a big fan of. What was the play? Oh, I forgot. Whatever. We'll see how it goes. Oh, Zim, this was a long time ago. Yeah, I thought you seemed dazed when I said I sold my. Okay, well, you know what? Screw it. It's a stream. People, we know most of the people here, but so Pyro, the thing that I saw this morning, and this was, mind you, this was on Twitter, and this was like a quick conversation between like a couple of people. This was like in the comments of a post of someone I follow. One of the things they mentioned was the way that Bitcoin was behaving kind of seemed like uh, because banks had, as we all know, banks had been buying Bitcoin in the background, especially when Bitcoin drops. Banks really start to go heavy on the Bitcoin, but it seemed based off of price action and based off of behavior, they were speculating that you had some banks offloading their crypto, especially due to the fact that you had a lot of the retail getting told to buy Bitcoin ETFs, like you know, this is nothing new, right? This is what banks do. They buy a bunch of shares or they buy a bunch of crypto, and then they tell their clients, "Hey, buy this," right? So they sell their shares to their clients, and then they dump, like, because they're dumping their shares onto their clients. This is nothing new. This is a strategy that banks use all the time. But basically, that was the point being made. Is that? But I'm not. The reason I was hesitant to share something like that, And like when you said I sold my Bitcoin, it didn't. I was like, doesn't really surprise me. But and the reason I was hesitant is because I don't know, and I don't think anyone really knows. Like, I mean, some people do, but I don't. Again, I don't really know the behavior of what banks are trying to do with Bitcoin and with other cryptos. Good old PvP. Yep, exactly, Zim. Right? Because you could sit there and say, well, I mean, the banks are accumulating, but it's like, yeah, but I say could also easily go back down, right? I'm just saying, there's too much selectiveness within the market right now to make me really confident in any move on any ticker right now. That's it's indecisive. So yeah, I would agree with your assessment on my reaction. Some will tell you to sell while they accumulate and vice versa. Yeah, but I would also say like if anyone who truly understands what Bitcoin could potentially be, like, and this is I've learned this from the past, is just sit and wait. Stock market looks weird today. You know, March and April are going to be interesting months. For the most part, but we'll see. I don't want to get pulled too much into this like macro talk because it can. I say not everyone is built for macro talk. Because I mean, you still have like, yeah. Never mind, never mind. Well, this is a conversation for later. Um. All right. What else? Any other movers here? Sty is coming back up. Wow, look at that. Finally I've seen a play do it. Wow. So I've oh this is set up on Sty is a setup that rarely happens but when it does, it's generally a good indicator. Especially with the volume. Yeah. Something to keep an eye on. I'm not jumping into it because it's already made a 60 or 70% move, so but these setups are pretty rare. But yeah, I would the market does look weird. It's a Monday, so yep, there we go. Sty's pushing up 138. We're gonna get a bigger move here most likely, especially because that large volume candle was not real selling pressure. Maybe towards the end there. Actually, let me look. I'm okay. There was some selling pressure, but we're filling that in now, so maybe. All right, TCBP. I think it's finally hit its high here. It's kind of bouncing back and forth, doing backflips and this, that, and the other. Seems to kind of have settled underneath the VWAP 13 now. Most likely going to see a bigger move on Sty. Yep, there we go. 140 or 139.90 to be specific. 140. Selks is moving. Yep, I got no hate towards Selks. It's just Zim, it's not my play, bro. It's not my play, man. That's it has a good setup. Like I can't argue with the setup. The volume is a little annoying though. Like I don't know enough about it to like say if this is a long term hold, like a swing or whatever. You definitely have levels. Like you, a retest of this 180 level, probably most likely you're gonna see it, especially because it happened towards the end of a Friday. So like 170 minimum. Like the market today needs to retest that resistance level. So to be fair, sometimes you have to look at a ticker a couple of times before you really understand what's going on with it. Because some tickers are really easy to like pick up on what's going on, but then a play like SELX, because it's split almost, like you had a weird Friday. Not that it was weird, but the fact that it was on a Friday, you had a long weekend, bit of a weird after hours and pre market behavior, and now you're starting to come back up 165. So oh wait, I keep on forgetting on camera. I gotta sit up. I got like half of my head here. You're just looking at my bald scalp. Um, yeah. I think we've probably seen most of the moves for today. There's probably some plays lurking around in the background that are looking for a pop up here. Steve, was it GRPH? What was that G play that you were mentioning? Was it GRPH that you were talking about? Thoughts on the TikTok situation going on? Ah, okay. See, Zim's paying attention, bro. 140 on STI. Um, yeah. I mean, the reasons they give, I would say, are BS. T- TikTok. Look, TikTok is a very complicated. I think TikTok is more complicated than people realize because TikTok is the most surgical form of dopamine manipulation that has ever existed in human history. It is so good at being able to hack the human mind, and but this on the flip side also leads to an establishment of a community. Like it literally sucks part of society. So I would I could see why they would do it. I could also see why they wouldn't do it. So it I don't know. Zim, you could talk about that for days. There's stickers marinating for after hours. We just gotta find them exactly. They got them in the plastic bag in the fridge, waiting to pull them out for dinner. But yeah, what was the exact thing with TikTok again? I mean, there's a reason why YouTube started doing shorts and everything, and Meta and like Facebook and Instagram. Like, I don't think people quite understand just like the levels, and like this goes back to like people people really have to look into the way social media companies like cut through the bone. Chamath. If you if you know who Chamath is, look up Chamath. He talks about it. He openly admits that what he did for Facebook and how that basically started a dopamine arms race, so to speak. Yeah, there we go. STI, that setup, man. Very rare to see that setup. 143, it's still moving, baby. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I still watch him from time to time, but I try not to. Attention is the new currency. Well, yeah. Actually, hold up. That made me think of something. Zim, you got my brain working. Cause I mean, that's not a new saying, obviously, but I'm now realizing it that probably means you have to look into. Because that probably means you have to understand how attention works, and that's probably not a psychological phenomenon either. Like that's more of it's more biological rather than psychological. Because that's also why TikTok exploded in fame. It's more of a biological thing than a psychology thing. The biological impacts the psychological, but because of the way society is trying to train people into thinking that most things are psychological, that's where people miss the understanding of what TikTok actually is. Oh, ooh, okay. LES still doing good. All right, guys. It's 8 o'clock. I have to go take care of some things. So I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you guys so much. Zim, Pyro, Steve, Sue, Bart, Joel. Who am I missing? Barbara, Pyro, Zen, Lex, DJ Underground stopped by as well. So yeah, I gotta go take care of some things, guys. So I will catch you guys in the Discord. Um, I'd probably be on a little bit later, but yeah, it was a good Monday. I was trading at like 1 o'clock in the morning, made some good money, so I'm happy about that. Market popped up, some good runners here and there, so I hope you made some money as well. Good luck to your rest of your trading day, and I'll catch you guys all tomorrow morning. So until next time, peace.